Hey guys, GHZD here, back with another video. Today, as you read in the title, there has been a new update that focuses heavily on item rebalancing. But before we get into that stuff, in the patch notes, Deca have said that the chest events will be coming back this month. So I'm pretty hyped that there will probably be a way to get items that would otherwise be in the mystery box. And as they said, keep an eye out for the weekends, as the chest events normally occur over the weekends, which is pretty good, and it gives you some time to actually farm the dungeons, you know? They also said that the Belladonna's dungeon is also coming back for Valentine's Day, and they said that we'll be able to purchase the keys for Fame and Gold, which is bloody awesome. I do actually have a tutorial at the end of my pet guide video that shows you the fastest and most efficient way to gain Fame, so I'll link that in the description for you in case you wanted to know. Another cool feature that they've added regarding tokens is that they have feed power now, and it stacks. So instead of all of your collected tokens disappearing if you can't make it to 50 once the event ends, they instead remain so that you can then feed them to your pet, which is really nice. It looks like they have about 100 feed power each. Along with this update comes the addition of the next set of Frozen themed skins, this time including the Tome of Frigid Protection, Enchanted Ice Blade, and the Staff of Ice Blast, which are the Prot, Sea Sword, and EP respectively. I assume that the Bulwark, Crown, and Coral Bow reskins are still dropping, as it wasn't mentioned that they were removed yet. There were also a few little tweaks and fixes here and there, which you can pause and read here if you want. Now onto the rebalances. It looks as though they wanted to help bring classes that rely on UTs to be somewhat playable and up to scratch with other classes in game. So that includes the Huntress and Archer, as well as the Ninja, as people didn't like playing the classes without the Doom Bow, the Sea Bow, as well as the Doku for the Ninja, so they have buffed their tiered items. So bows now have a slightly higher damage, and their shot arc has been narrowed, meaning that the high tiered bows that shoot 3 arrows are closer together, meaning that you'll be doing more damage to the enemy, and it's easier to make sure that all 3 shots actually hit what you're targeting at. The Leaf Bow also got buffed very slightly. It got an additional 10% increased rate of fire on top of the 150% that it already had, which is pretty crazy, and it also got a 2.5 average damage increase, which is very nice. You can take a look at this DPS chart here that shows the new DPS compared to the old DPS of the bows, the old DPSs being the darker colors and the lighter colors being the new DPSs, so make of that what you will. The tiered katanas also got a buff, most notably the max damage output for the tier 12 katana, which went up by a total of 20. All functional UT katanas also got tweaked. The Doku actually got nerfed very slightly, with its rate of fire going down by 5% and its average damage output by 5, so nothing really crazy. It's still a really good katana. The Raid katana also got a solid buff, as it now does another 33 damage than it once did, but also doesn't have a damage range, meaning it's always doing its maximum damage output and its minimum damage output at the same time. The Void Blade also got nerfed, but only very slightly, as its projectile's lifetime was reduced by 300 milliseconds, so it's essentially unnoticeable. This nerf was also paired with the Haunted Cemetery tweak, as they made all the boss spawns invulnerable for 2 seconds to stop the Void Blade insta-killing all of the cemetery bosses and really pissing off a lot of players. The annoying Firecracker katana got buffed, which is really nice. It has an increased rate of fire by 0.5, which is really nothing to be honest, and an average damage increase by 20. The shots also arc similarly to the tiered bows, and the shots are now closer together, which in turn makes it more aimable. I'll chuck 2 graphs up showing the new DPS compared to the old DPS of the katanas, so you can pause if you want. Whilst we're on the topic of LOD UTs, all the armors to be obtained in the LOD except for the ST armor have had a buff. It's only a few minor tweaks here and there, so I'll let you take a look here. The Crystal Wand as well as the Frozen Wand also experienced a buff. They now have a 10% increased fire rate, and their average damage output is increased by 2.5, which is not that much, but it is something nonetheless. There are also some new skins to be added for Valentine's Day and Mardi Gras, so make of that what you will. They were kind enough this time round to actually show you what they were going to look like, and I personally like the first one the most. So in saying that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little quick update. I have got a pretty weird video planned for, I think, the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Peace.